Follow us everywhere, from every corner in Liberia. We bring you what's making headlines. We keep you connected with news you can trust. Please listen at 7 p.m. every weekdays for Freedom Evening News Basket.
From the News and Current Affairs Department of Freedom Communications Incorporated, a pleasant good evening and welcome to Freedom News Basket. For the 5 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and elsewhere, I'm Stephen Compton Angorin. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai describes the Manon River Union ongoing ministerial meeting as a strong commitment to the growth and development of the Union member states. Congress for Democratic Change National Secretary General condemns alleged attack on Montserrat County District and Representative Yeket Kolubai recommits the CDC to protecting the district and lawmaker. Liberia's Ministry of Commerce and Industry called on Liberians with business capacity to get involved in the importation of rice in the country. And away from whom Uganda's main opposition leader, Bobby Wine, says security forces in the capital, Kampala, have besieged the headquarters of his party on the eve of anti-government demonstration. Details of these, the news bulletin, and the actual voices of the news makers are all coming up next after this very short break. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. Up next is the bulletin of news with Jera Morris. Good evening, Jera.
Good evening, Stephen. Good evening, Liberia. President Joseph Boakai has described the Mano River Union ongoing ministerial meeting as a strong commitment to the growth and development of the Union member states. Liberia is currently hosting the Mano River Union Regional Ministerial Meeting among Ministries of Foreign Affairs, Ministers of Finance, and Ministers of Defense, organized by the Liberia's Foreign Minister, Sarah Basloyanti. Delivering the keynote address at the official opening of the Mano River Union high-level meeting of ministers of the Foreign Affairs, Finance, Defense, and stakeholders held at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex in Congo Town, President Boakai said the meeting will strengthen the MRU for more coordination to regional development. The Liberian leader noted that the ministerial meeting will allow the MRU to respond to emerging security and development challenges in the region. He then lauded development partners for their support towards the ongoing MRU ministerial meeting, something, according to him, is their commitment towards the Union member states' sustainable development. Meanwhile, giving the overview of the MRU, President Boakai disclosed that the union was established in Liberia in 1976 with the objective of cross-border trades, response to insecurity issues, and regional development among its member states. For part, Foreign Minister Sarah Basloyanti lauded the MRU member states ministers for turning out for the meeting. According to Minister Yanti, the Mano River Union Ministerial Gathering is aimed at strengthening the MRU for a more coordinated regional response to emerging security and development challenges within the region. The National Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change, Jefferson Koji, has condemned the alleged action by the Unity Party government aimed at harming Montserrado County District 10 Representative Yeke Koruba. It can be recalled early Monday morning, individuals believed to be officers of the Liberia National Police raided the political office of the Montserrado County District 10 representative. Speaking with reporters at the residence of Representative Koruba, Koji promised that the opposition community, especially the CDC, will protect Representative Koruba and thus against any form of harassment and intimidation. Also speaking, Montserrado County District 10 Representative Yeka Koruba accused of that's officers of the Liberia National Police of taking away valuable items, including cash, flat screen TV, among others. Representative Koruba also accused the LMP officers of assaulting people believed to be his supporters during a raiding on the District 10 political office on the Old Road. Despite the alleged raiding, Representative Cordoba has affirmed his commitment to continuously be critical on the UP government, noting that the Unity Party government criticized the previous government and lied on some past officials, something that led to them sanctioned by the US government. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, is calling on Liberians with business capacity to get involved in the importation of rice in the country. Making the call Monday on state radio, Commerce Minister Amin Mudat said the move by the government is aimed at reducing the heavy reliance on foreign rice importers in the country. He said, as it stands, the country's food security is in the hands of foreign importers, noting that such poses serious threat to the country's economy. Minister Mudad disclosed that the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has issued free import permits to interested Liberian businesses that have the capacity to compete with their foreign counterparts. Meanwhile, Minister Mudad at the same time maintained that the ministry does not have the authority to influence the prices of commodities on the Liberian market, but rather vow to create an environment where business owners can reduce the cost of doing business and also reduce the prices of commodities when necessary. He further assured the public of revamping the country's commerce and industry sector in the wake of public trust and confidence. The Ministries of Finance and Development Planning and the Internal Affairs, with support from the United Nations and the government of Sweden, have initiated district and county consultations for crafting Liberia's national development plan. The initiative, according to the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, include the country development agendas and the arrest agenda for inclusive development aimed at guiding Liberia's progress from 2025 to 2029. According to the Ministry of Finance, the nationwide consultation commenced on Monday, July 22nd, 2024, with teams comprising consultants from local firms, Suba Better, and African Development and Management Associates, alongside technicians from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. The release further that stakeholders being engaged include local chiefs, women, youth, individuals with disabilities, and students, with the primary objective of gathering their insights and aspiration for Liberia's future. The ministry release added that President Joseph Boakai formally launched the development of the arrest agenda for inclusive development, highlighting critical components such as public sector investment plan and the 15 county development agendas. Freedom News has gathered that there is an ongoing labor crisis at the Mano oil palm plantation formerly known as the Sam Darby oil palm plantation in Bowman County. A major controversy erupted at the plantation involving allegations of exploitation and corruption against a Lebanese national named Asad Fadel, a situation which came to light following a series of demonstrations by aggrieved workers who obtained a leaked document. Despite multiple negotiations, the government, represented by the Ministry of Labor, Internal Affairs, and Justice, has intervened and dismissed the workers' claims with reports of bribery influencing their decisions. Our source from within who asked for anonymity revealed to this station that the company owes them what is rightfully theirs, and they will not back down until justice is served. Adding to the tension, a crucial government document presented to the workers leaked official signatures, compelling them to sign under dubious circumstances, further inflaming the situation. In an effort to contact the general administrative manager of the entity regarding the matter, Montgomery Wallow refused to speak to the matter, stating that the government has taken siege of the situation. The Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia has been notified through its inspectorate office in Maryland County of a chemical spill at the Atid gold mines near Zuarhein in Ivory Coast. The chemical spilled, according to an EPA communication Monday, July 22nd, has affected the Cavara River, thus resulting to the death of fish and affecting the local population in that part of the country. Following the report, the EPA management Following the report, the EPA management, in consultation with national stakeholders, set up a technical team, including media representatives, to raise public awareness about the incident and that's about the incident and to also conduct a scoping visit to Grand Gida and Maryland counties. The team, according to the statement, will assess the situation and report to relevant government authorities in due time. Meanwhile, the release maintained that the initiative steps have been taken by the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to contact the government of Africa Coast and the Mano River Union to obtain more detailed incident reports and other information. The EPA and its partners reassured its commitment to taking all necessary measures to protect the health and safety of the affected communities and the environment. Residents of construction affected communities, along with other members of the delegation from a knowledge exchange visit to Ghana led by the National Bureau of Concession, have vowed to champion dialogue with concessionaires operating in their counties rather than station continuous protests. The Liberian delegation, comprising representatives from concession affected communities, the NBC, Liberia Land Authority, UN Women, returned from a visit aimed at learning and understanding existing relationship between those affected communities and the concession companies and ways to resolve their differences. The residents at a press briefing held at the head office of the National Bureau of Concession in Congo Town over the weekend pledged their support to fostering constructive engagement and peace talk as a means of mitigating their disenchantment with concession companies operating in their respective communities. The residents from concession communities in Bomin, Grand Cape Mount, and Nima, however, praised the Ghanaian government for setting standards that both aggrieved residents and the concessions followed in addressing issues. The residents narrated that at a Benso oil concession, an agriculture company and Golden State Resources a mining concession in their respective villages and towns located in Takarodadi. A special committee was set up to settle all issues between the residents and companies. And Freedom News has gathered that the Supreme Court of Liberia could face a shutdown of all court's operation due to lack of logistics to the judiciary. Chief Justice Sianen Yor, according to our judicial correspondent, has since informed President Joseph Boakai that the 17 million United States dollars allotted for the judiciary is insufficient to run the judiciary. Justice Yor maintained that the amount cannot run the third branch of the Liberian government effectively and is seeking an allotment of 31 million United States dollars from the government. She revealed that the absence of the amount, the Supreme Court, circuit courts, and specialized courts, including magisterial courts, may find it difficult to operate. Our judicial correspondent further said that Justice Young's account comes at the time when circuit courts are to open for the August term, as provided by Chapter 3, Section 3.8 of the Judiciary Law of Liberia. It can be recalled that upon the passage of the 2023 fiscal budget, 17 million United States dollars was allocated for the judiciary, which constitutes 2.8% of the county's national budget. And this one just coming in says, oh, that's over 100 female teachers risks dropping out of their training program in Mosurado County if prompt financial assistance is not provided by goodwill ambassadors. The teachers, many of whom fall in the low income bracket, are pursuing C certificate in teachers education at the Liberia Standard Teacher College and were recruited from across 5 sites in Mosurado County. The female teachers said their leadership, in collaboration with the college administration, has formally written several high-profile government officials and various embassies and private institutions for financial assistance, but to no avail. Well, Stephen, that's it for the.
I'd like to say many thanks to you, Jerry Morris, for the news bulletin. It is a regular featured on Freedom Evening News Basket, 45 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and elsewhere. And in one of our top developments, Congress for Democratic Change National Secretary General condemns alleged attack on Mosurado County District 10 Representative Yeket Koluba, recommits the CDC to protecting the District 10 lawmaker. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, we'll bring you voices of the news makers. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. To our very first development now, President Joseph Boakai has described the Manon River Union ongoing ministerial meeting as a strong commitment to the growth and development of the Union member states. Liberia is currently hosting the Manon River Union Regional Ministerial Meeting among ministers of finance, ministers of defense, organized by Liberia's Foreign Minister Sarah Beslow Yanti, delivering the keynote address at the official opening of the Manon River high-level meeting of Ministers of Foreign Affairs, Finance, Defense stakeholders at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex in Congo Town. President Joseph Boakai said the meeting will strengthen the MRU for more coordination to regional development.
Today is our commitment challenges and pertaining emerging social, political, economic, and environmental issues that we are facing. I'm therefore appealing to all of you, including our dear government, to be open to foresight during these deliberations. Your candid insights and suggestions will help us chart a new and realistic course that will enable us to fulfill our objectives through our activities. We want to express our sincere thanks and appreciation to the development partners who have stayed engaged in this activity over the years. This demonstrates the value and potential they see in the union and the need for it. Its existence. We the member states have to demonstrate an even greater commitment. Our union has a majority of young people. We share the same languages. Our challenges are the same, and our solutions. A strong member of the union means a stronger union. All of us work together, learn from each other, respect our future. We will have a stronger union, a stronger West Africa.
Meanwhile, giving an overview of the MRU, President Joseph Boakai disclosed that the union was established in Liberia in 1976 with the objective of cross-border trade, response to insecurity issues, and regional development among its member states.
I'm really delighted and excited to speak to this important gathering of senior officials of government of the Mara River Union Development Partners in the cross-section of our city. As you may be aware, the union was founded by the Union in the 3rd of October 1973 in Custom Union. Union joined in 1980 and codified in 2008. The objectives of the union are: 1, expand trade by elimination of all barriers to mutual trade, by cooperation in the expansion by international trade, by the creation of conditions favorable to the expansion of new capacity, including the progressive development of a common protective policy and cooperation with for the European and secure a fair distribution of benefits and economic cooperation by the general good for the people of the Union. In line with these objectives and concrete steps, are taken into liberal trade by elimination of barriers to trade, the harmonization of rates, development cooperation, production of agricultural and manufacturing goods and local origin, the establishment of institutions for building capacity in areas of maritime, forestry, customs, and telecommunications. National members of the states will also find under the union the secure trade and the high institutions of member states to boost the capacity of our public sector. All these gates were shuttered.
For her part, Foreign Minister Sarah Besloyanti lauded the MRU member state minister for turning out for the meeting. According to Minister Yanti, the Manon River Union ministerial gathering is aimed at strengthening the MRU for a more coordinated regional response to emerge security and development challenges within the region.
I have the pleasure and honor to welcome you to this pivotal dialogue organized to support us, the Manon River Union, our esteemed family. Your presence here today, honoring our invitation, is a testament to your commitment to the advancement of our region. I extend my deepest gratitude to our leader, President Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, for his unwavering support and his presence here this morning with us. This underscores his dedication and commitment to seeing Manon River Union countries forge stronger ties and work together better for the shared prosperity of our one family within the 4 countries. As you all are aware, our sub-region has suffered many crises. We have had crippled governance at different times. We have had difficulties with our economies. The significant progress achieved by the Mano River Union prior to the crisis was undone. However, the resilience and commitment to sustaining our union never wavered. The decision of our leaders to revive the union in 2008 laid the foundation for restoring the Secretariat's capacity to function effectively and pursue the union's mandate. Since then, we have formulated and approved 2 strategic plans for implementation. The first plan, 2010 to 2020, was negatively impacted by Ebola, and subsequently the second plan by COVID-19. Despite these challenges, the Secretariat continued its operations, albeit at a reduced level. Statutory meetings were held annually up to 2016. However, in recent years, these meetings have been sporadic, diminishing the visibility of the Mano River Union. Even the support from member states has dwindled, affecting the Secretariat's functionality and effectiveness. I must extend my heartfelt congratulations and thanks to development partners who have stood with the union. For this meeting, I must thank the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, and the Kingdom of Morocco for the support provided for this particular meeting. African Development Bank, UNOWAT, who have been supporting the Secretariat. It is crucial that we work to strengthen the Secretariat. And that's why this meeting convened in consultation with my colleagues from Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire is so important. We have to explore ways to strengthen the MRU and its various organs to facilitate trade and economic integration in our sub-region.
Foreign Minister Sarah Besloyanti there speaking. Earlier, he listened to the voice of President Joseph Boakai. They spoke during the Mano River Union ongoing ministerial meeting at the ministerial complex in Congo Town. Well, folks, we have an hour past the news presentation now. This is a reminder that you are listening to the Monday, July 22, 2024 edition of the Freedom Evening News Basket. 45 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and elsewhere. And top developments we are following this evening. President Joseph Boakai describes the Mano River Union ongoing ministerial meeting as a strong commitment to the growth and development of the union member states. Congress for Democratic Change National Secretary General condemns alleged attack on Monserrate County District and Representative Yeke Koluba, recommits the CDC to protecting the district and lawmaker. Liberia's Ministry of Commerce and Industry calls on Liberians to the Liberian business personnel to get involved in the importation of rice in the country, and away from whom Uganda's main opposition leader, Bobby Wine, says security forces in the capital, Kampala, have besieged the headquarters of the party on the eve of an anti-government demonstration. We'll take a very short break and be right back. Still more development. The National Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change, Jefferson Koji, has condemned the alleged action by the Unity Party government aimed at harming Monserrate County District and Representative Yeke Koluba. It can be recalled early Monday morning, individuals believed to be officers of the Liberia National Police raided the political office of the Monserrate County District and Representative. Speaking with reporters at the residence of Representative Koluba, Koji promised that the opposition community, especially the CDC, will protect Representative Koluba against any form of harassment and intimidation.
Not at all. We do not shy away from the truth. Yeke was a nephew yesterday. Mr. Boakai was an uncle yesterday. I don't know why today you want to suddenly abandon that relationship and now imposing what is notoriously known as threat on the life of him. So the lingering question, what is Koji doing? And because, quote unquote, the reason very clear, Koji is here because it is a vindication. Because you lied yesterday doesn't mean you were saying true. And people like Yeke are victim in the hands of the likes of Mr. Bwaka. They took advantage of his bravery, his courage, and they deceived him. And that's why he's been very adamant. If you said Koji was a murderer yesterday, why are you not prosecuting Koji? If you said Koji was a criminal, where are the evidence? Where are the people that Koji murdered? Where's the family? Yesterday they could not come forth. Apparently, Koji was too powerful. Today, Koji is an ordinary person. He works in a capacity as an ordinary citizen. Where are the families of those people that Koji quote-unquote murdered? You cannot find it. So today, everything that we're engaged into was shared hypocrisy. And also for all, we're not surprised, we are seditious. When Ambassador Weah election was stolen from him, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the Unity Party in 2005, you know what Ambassador Weah did? He accompanied Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Excellency, into Washington, D.C., into a donor conference. That is what we are. We remain the biggest investor in the peace and democracy of this. It is undisputable since the foundation of this country, since 1847. No political institution has invested into the peace and democracy of our country more than the Democratic Congress of Democratic Change. In 2005, when we disenchanted our political leader, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, he accompanied Ellen Johnson's son. That is our nature. For us, we know exactly what we came from and what is it. Everything I was saying, but a Trump or lie cannot be proven. What we will not tolerate, that will be very clear. When you think you were intimidated, when you know Koji has reached a certain level, we have come in solidarity with our nephew, and we want to, with a very strict face, I want to say that to our good friends who are willingly decide to be prone to abuse. A good friend, Gregory Kuma, I want to say to you, and your legs who take instruction from you, not spirit. The unfortunate thing about you, we know you're fully well. You give me a chance, I can name almost all of the police people in our place, all of them are hurricane. That only means that we know them personally. And we know their capacity, and we know everything that's associated with them. Stop what you're doing. Do not allow yourself to become porn. Because the people you come in after, that's what it takes to respond in a more superior way. Because we love this country, and we want to send a clearing call to our international partners who have invested into the peace and democracy of our country. This is a awakening call. It is a awakening call. They need to be informed. Let nobody deceive you yet. These people are pushing 14. You bluffing. You are joking with the peace of this country. Stop. When we squeeze here, you will catch fresh cold. Stop.
Also speaking, the Montserrat County District Representative Yeke Koluba accused officers of the Liberia National Police of taking away valuable items, including cash, flash screen, TV, among others. Representative Koluba also accused the LMP officers of assaulting people believed to be his supporters during the raiding in his district.
People from here, send our people to all the police stations. Some of our people cannot be seen. We came here for our people. They play propaganda lies. While the Joseph Bwaka police, they looted this place, took away farm motorbikes. We are not going to stay to allow things to happen. Because what we said was wrong yesterday to be wrong is also wrong today. So if we can't bring peace to the people of this country, if Joseph Bwaka, like I said this morning, Joseph Bwaka want to get involved with war, I will give him war. This place is owned by the opposition. For me, I love being the opposition. I love being the opposition because we need to bring the government feet to the fire. So this place is the opposition base. It's not one opposition base. I want to appreciate the ANC. They sent some people here this morning to do follow up. They came and they saw the situation. Now I have in our midst the hurricane of the CDC that is in the opposition too, because we are in the opposition. We have resolved to work with the opposition to ensure, and the things we talk about our law, the stealing that we said happening, in the past government that we have no evidence about, we should bring the evidence for people to be prosecuted. So we are going to work with the opposition. It could be the Liberty Party, the most ability Liberty Party, not the Young League, because Young League has become an embarrassment and a disgrace to the country. She and Joseph Boakai sat down there, employing their prophet and family people in this country. We are not going to work without our opposition. We are resolved to work with a party and other political parties so we can all collaborate to keep the government feet to the country to ensure that the right thing is done. Some people say about the project for power, yeah, but don't stop them from bringing the government to check. Now we see this party for power after 1 month, we decide to hold protests in the country. So it will not be wrong for CDC or any party that came from power to start to criticize or to bring the government to the fight. We think that what we are about is wrong. We are calling on the president of this country. If you want war, you will get war. My people got missing from here. Some people got brutalized. Some people trying to find the hospitals they are in. We can't locate the in the hospitals. And we are holding Joseph Boakai responsible for it because he gave the instruction to the police to come and brutalize.
District 10 Representative Yeke Kolubade speaking. Earlier, you listened to the voice of the National Secretary General of the Opposition Congress for Democratic Change. To this next development, the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, is calling on Liberians with business capacity to get involved in the importation of rice in the country. Making the call Monday on state radio, Commerce Minister Amin Modad said the move by the government is aimed at reducing the heavy reliance on foreign rice importers in the country. He said at its stance, the country's food security is in the hands of foreign importers, noting that such poses serious threat to the country's economy.
We are at risk because we're not producing. If we reach a point, it will be very comfortable. We reach a point that at least 25 to 30% of our consumption is produced locally, and gradually we can increase it. And that's the strategy we have. So, even with our negotiations with the rice importers, we hope that at some point, gradually, we'll increase local production to the point where we fade out. You're not going to fade out importation completely, but we'll have variety on the market. We have opened the market. I became Minister of Commerce. I've granted 9 permits for rice. None of them to foreign importers. Not that I'm trying to be segregative, but we're trying to empower, test the market to see if Liberians are capable. Are they coming forward? Yes, they are.
Meanwhile, Minister Moda at the same time maintained that the ministry does not have the authority to influence the prices of commodities on the Liberian market, but rather vowed to create an environment where business owners can reduce the cost of doing businesses and also reduce the prices of commodities when necessary.
They are willing and comfortable. They feel very comfortable with the credibility of the government and the Ministry of Commerce to reduce prices when there is a need to do so. If factors persist that necessitates us increasing the price, we'll also work with them to do so. But they should understand too, it's a volatile environment, and if it goes down, we'll also reduce the price at that time. They do believe in the credibility of the President Boakai, and they do have confidence in my capacity as Minister of Commerce, or as they won't come to the table. We're not forcing them to do anything. Discussing with them, we're creating a very open dialogue with them, and you can see they're willing to do certain things with the understanding that, with the understanding of where we come from.
Amin Moda is the Minister of Commerce and Industry there speaking, and he's taking us back to Gerald Morris, this time for our foreign news.
Uganda's main opposition leader, Bobi Wine, says security forces in the capital Kampala have besieged the headquarters of his party on the eve of an anti-government demonstration. Soldiers and police had turned the offices of the National Unity Platform (NUP) into a military barracks and had violently arrested some party officials. He said police did not confirm the arrest, but reportedly said that they had taken precautionary steps to prevent mobilization for the protests. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni warned on Saturday that organizers of the planned march to parliament were playing with fire. Young Ugandans have been mobilizing support online for the march to demand an end to what they say are high levels of corruption and bad governance. They have partly been inspired by their counterparts in neighboring Kenya, whose recent mass protest forced the president to accept plans to increase taxes. Bobby Wine, a former music star whose real name is Robert Kayagulai, denied that NUP was organizing the protest in Uganda. However, he said his party supported every effort to protest against injustice, corruption, and misrule. On X, he accused the security forces of being cowards who had also blocked roads leading to the offices of the NUP in Kampala. Police spokesperson Katuman Rosiki told AFP News Agency that the NUP's activities raised a red flag and we took precautionary measures. Well, Stephen, that's the shift of the foreign development.
Gerard Murray with our foreign development, and he's taking us home on this Monday, July 22, 2024 edition of the news program. But before we take leave of you, reminders of top stories we close the further. President Joseph Boakai describes the Manon River Union ongoing ministerial meeting as a strong commitment to the growth and development of the Union member states. Congress for Democratic Change National Secretary General condemns alleged attack on Montserrat County District and Representative Yeke Kolua recommits the CDC to protecting the district and lawmaker. Liberia's Ministry of Commerce and Industry calls on Liberians with business capacity to get involved in the importation of rice in the country, and away from whom Uganda's main opposition leader Bobby Wine says security forces in the capital Kampala have besieged the headquarters of his party on the eve of an anti-government demonstration. On this note, we'd like to say many thanks to our news writers, editors, and correspondents from across the country for making this production of the news a success. Gerard Morris was here with the news bulletin, inclusive of our foreign development. Abraham Kamara sat at control and ably coordinated the sound system. I'm Stephen Compton. Thanks for listening and watching.